Hey guys, how's it going? JPCowFace here, and we are back with episode 3 of our playthrough on Football Manager 2024, playing as Farnborough Football Club in the Vanarama National South League. And today, we're entering the FA Cup. Okay, so first things first, we got to find out who we are playing. Today is a draw for the FA Cup. So it's 160 teams going into the draw. That's a lot of teams, so I'm not going to sit you through the whole draw. We'll just skip ahead and find out who we've been drawn against. All right, so the teams have been drawn, and we have been drawn against Kingstonian, who are in the Isthmian Premier, which is only the division below us. So it could be a tight game for us. Yeah, we're going to need to be on form to get through the first qualifying round. So let's have a look and show you what has happened since the last episode. So let's go. All right, so since our last episode, we've had a reasonably good time of it. So we left you in the last episode having played Chelmsford and Eastbourne Borough in the opening games of the season, and they were both 2-1 victories for us. Not the most convincing results in the world, but still good results. We then went on to win 3-1 at home to Hemel Hempstead. Which was a bit more of a convincing game, but then in the next game we convincingly lost 3-0 to Dartford away. And then the next game and the next game weren't any better really. A 1-1 draw at home to Weston-super-Mare. A 3-0 drubbing away to Truro. But then we managed to bring things back a little bit, and we found a little bit of form again. Maybe a little bit better on the defensive side. So we had a 2-0 victory at home to Hampston and Richmond, a 1-0 victory away to Torquay, and a 2-1 victory away to Braintree as well. And I wanted to come back in today so you could join us entering into the second qualifying round for the FA Cup, where we join. As we know, it's going to be Kingstonian. And I fought for a good league game. I might regret it because we might get hammered. I wanted to skip over Slough, who are further down. They're currently in 19th in the table. But Welling are 5th in the table at the moment. And if we have a look, we are currently 3rd, which is looking pretty. It's pretty good. I'm not sure if we fully deserve to be there. If we go by a goal difference, it's not been. I'm not convinced we should be in that position. So we are on +2 goals at the moment. So we are the odd one out between the teams we are in the middle of at the moment. But I mean, results mean points. So I'm not gonna say we don't deserve to be there. We have got the results to be there. But I do feel like we need to do a bit more. And yeah, I started to play with the tactics. So just a quick going over of what happened since last time. Right, we got in. The only person you've not seen that we got in is Alfie Cutbush, and he is a defensive mid, centre mid player. He's in for £40 a week, so pretty cheap. He's got some reasonably good attributes. He's naturally fit, versatile in a couple of positions, and he's got a good balanced personality. He's got good stamina for the centre of the pitch as well, which is going to be good. And he fits in fairly well. He has got some weaknesses as well. But overall, I think he's a good fit for £40 a week. He's going to be another body on the pitch, and that's what we needed. We needed some more bodies. I've kept Chuck in on trial. I'd love to be able to bring him in, but I don't have the money for it. I've put a few guys up for loan to try and bring our wage budget down, because we are pretty much capped out on a wage budget. We only have £40 available, and Chuck is going to need a lot more than that. If we quickly have a look at his scout report, they reckon he's going to want between 325 and 450, which we just cannot afford at the moment. But I feel like if we could somehow work a way to get him into the squad, he's going to be a key to having a successful season. He's big, strong, and I think he's just be a real threat, either being our main striker up front or coming in from the wing. Yeah, so I want to keep him close to the club, keep him on trial, see if we can keep on getting his wage demands down. Long you manage to keep someone in on trial and no one else is coming in for him, their wage demands will drop. So with a little bit of luck, he might become available to us. I also got this guy, Amrit Bansal McNulty. I mean, what a name. He looks like a really good player that I'd like as well, but it would have to be one or the other. There's no way I could afford another two good players at the moment, and I imagine this guy is going to want somewhere between 300-400 as well. But I came across him. I just thought I'd get him in on trial and get a feel for what he's like. He's only 23, probably near his full potential at the moment. But a player of his quality, I feel, could even give us something if we manage to go up next season. But Chuck is my guy. I want Chuck. He's 21, bags the potential, I feel, to be a real asset to the team as well. So yeah, let's have a look at the finances. And the finances have gone down. We're now 26,000, nearly 27,000 in the red. But we've not, it's not going down drastically. So I feel if we have reasonable cup run in the FA Cup and the FA Trophy, I feel by the end of the season we could balance it out and we won't be too far off where we are right now, really. I think we'll probably lose a bit more by the end, but it shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. I don't think it's disastrous finances at the moment. So squad dynamics are looking okay. Team cohesion is only sort of got to average at the moment, but club atmosphere is good. The manager support is good. And yeah, there's it's generally okay at the club. Need a bit more cohesion, so we got a bit more flow on the pitch. So yeah, that will come with results. We need good results, and the cohesion will go up. And the board are pretty happy with us too. Yeah, so we got a B on our last review. Disappointed by the 2-3-0 losses, as was I, but there's not much I can do about that now. Overall, everyone's pretty happy though, that we're heading in the right direction. As for tactics, ignore that one. That was just me playing around, and I might implement it at some point. A bit of an asymmetrical setup there, which I've called the wonky donkey. So I have not even tried it. If I get a chance to try it at some point, I will. But our bread and butter formation, the four, I'm saying it's a 4-1-2-2-1 formation, and we had our defensive midfield position down as a defensive midfield role, but I'm not happy with the amount we're creating, and I'd like to be able to create chances from further back down the field. So I've changed that to a deep line playmaker, and then just ahead of him I'm going to have a defensive ball winning midfielder, and then a more free roaming Mezzala, or just a central midfield attack position. We'll see how it works out. I haven't field tested this yet. Yeah, and I would like to change one of these positions to an inside forward, so it's more likely to be our left wing position, because Saeed is he is a right-footed player, so we bring him as an inside forward. Attack as well. Keep Pendlebury's not going to be out on the right wing. That's just where I've been playing with the tactics. But Davis will more likely be out on our right wing as well. And we'll keep him. I'm going to try our striker, Kasimu. I'm not convinced by Kasimu. I feel like he's a bit of a hit and miss player. He's got some good attributes. Yeah, he's got some reasonably good attributes. But he, I don't think he's going to be there every game. He's not going to be banging a goal in a game or anything like that. So sometimes he's going to be good. Sometimes he's just going to, he might as well not be on the pitch. I think he's that sort of player. So I'm going to be trying this tactic after a little bit of tweaking today in the FA Cup of all games. So this could end up in disaster. And it could change the whole field of the game if I get knocked out in the first qualifying round. The board are not going to be happy with that. The supporters are not going to be happy with that. And I won't be happy with that. And I expect you not to be happy with that too. So that's what we are going to do today. So I'll see you in the game. All right, so we've made it to match day, and I thought I missed some bit of news out that I thought you should probably know. And so for our form, our first loss, we were actually against Dartford, like I said. Before we actually started losing the game, we lost Jack Turner, our number one goalkeeper. So he dislocated his shoulder, and he's still got 4 to 7 weeks out before we can get him back, even in training, I would say. So yeah, that has been a big loss for us. So we are playing with our second goalkeeper, who I think's all right. He's 19 years old. He's got reasonable potential. He's only on 20 quid a week, which is great. And yeah, he's got potential to be a good player. He's not consistent, unfortunately, but that's about his only weakness, I'd say, for this level of goalkeeper, which is pretty good. Also, yeah, so now our transfer business is pretty much finished, unless we can get Chuck in at some point. Just a quick review of the sort of players we went for. So initially we got Morgan Williams in on a free loan, which is just a good bit of business from us. And everyone else, so Jack Shaw, £20 a week. Alfie Roberts, £20 a week. Jack Cartwright, £20 a week. Mac Riley, £30 a week. Sam Bailey is our biggest expense at £80 a week. But I feel like he could be worth it. So, and then Alfie Cutbush at £40 a week. So all really good cost saving sort of transfers, I'd say. Just getting bodies in, reasonably good bodies to fill the team out, especially when we're going through sort of a congested schedule during the season, and we might have a few injuries. People are going to be getting tired. We needed the bodies in, and I feel that is going to give us a good shot at finishing as high up the table as we possibly can. So let's crack on, and I will see you at the start of the game. All right, guys, quick rundown of who we have in the squad today. So obviously we've got Alfie Roberts, our only fit goalkeeper in goal for us. Right back, we've got Ben Mason. Central defenders, Sid Nelson and Jack Ball. Left back, Jordan Norville Williams. I've put Sam Bailey in our deep line playmaker role. He might not be our best deep line playmaker, probably not, but I just feel like I want him in that position. And then players like Morgan Williams, who is going to be in our ball-winning midfielder position. I mean, he technically should make a better deep line playmaker, but I want him further forwards. He's got, he definitely has some more attacking attributes that I want to utilise being further up the pitch. And then we've got obviously Morgan Williams, ball winning midfielder, Oliver Pendlebury as our Mezzala. Jaden Davis on our right wing with Salim Saeed as our inside forwards on the left. And then Kasimu up front. Though he's not actually going to be fit for this game, so I need to swap him out. I'm going to put Mac Riley in, and I'm just going to take Kasimu right out the squad, and we will bring in Harvey Bradbury for Kasimu. Obviously, we've got 7 substitutes, being an FA Cup game. Not 7. We have 7 seats on the sub bench, not 7 substitutes. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Right. So this is a must-win game for us. So let's just tell them to keep our good run of form going. We're up against a 4-4-2. They probably should be playing quite defensively. So we're going to have to be at our attacking best today. And we open up with a corner within the first couple of minutes, and it's saved onto the upright. That was pretty close for us. So yeah, just want to see some good controlled possession, and a bit more creativity from the back, hence the deep line playmaker role. Yeah, and a bit more of a goal threat all round. Really, I want to see more than a couple of goals going in, like we have done in previous games. And a Bailey on Saeed on the far post with a headed goal. That is 1-0 to Farnborough within the first 10 minutes. That is a good start. Beautiful cross from Davis on the right. I did think it might have gone out for a second there, but Saeed jumps up higher than Brian can. I mean, Brian pretty much fell on the floor, so maybe we've got the added benefit of them having a rubbish goalkeeper, maybe. And we've got Davis out on the left. He's going to need to bring it in. Williams and Saeed with goal number 2. All right, things are looking good, and if I'm honest, I know they are from division below. There shouldn't be that much of a gap between the teams in our league and teams in the Isthmian League just below. So we're looking a bit more dangerous and a bit more cutthroat, and that's what I wanted. I wanted a bit more of a cutthroat team. I still want to keep things solid at the back. I don't want to push too many players forward, because there's definitely going to be some better teams than us in the league, that's for sure. We need to play to our strengths, and I feel that is. We've got a fairly creative team, fairly mobile. Definitely don't really have any of the best players in the league, but as a team, you need to put them together right, and then you can have something good going on. But that looks like all that we're going to get for the first half. Playing it through the middle, Penderbury to Riley. Riley looks a bit lost in the middle there. Mason cutting in from the right. He's going to play it out to Norville on the left. Can Norville find a cross? Oh, and it was cut out, and that'll be a corner. Couldn't quite find Pendlebury in the middle. Davis with the corner. He finds ball, and the ball can't put the ball in the goal. It is off target, and that's going to take us to half time. All right, so not a bad start to the game. We definitely got a better XG than Kingstonian. But yeah, brilliant play by Saeed. 2 goals to the good. Let's tell them how well they're doing. Right. Yep, I am happy. We are dominating possession. I do want them to push on, so I'm going to start the second half with a shout of encouragement. Okay. And we got a free kick hoofed down for Davis, but it's too far, and the goalkeeper easily collects it. All right, we still got the ball. We are on the attack again. Davis down the right hand side. He flies past the defender, finds Saeed in the middle, and that is a hat-trick for Salim Saeed. He is having the game of his life. Hat-trick for our inside forward. Things are really looking good for us now. I will look to do a substitute around the 60-minute mark. And if anyone might have noticed, that's when I like to make my first change. I feel like half an hour to play gives someone the best chance to really sort of get into the game and make a difference. I know we're already 3-0 up, but we could be even more up. And Davis flies into the box. Oh, I don't know if that was a shot or a cross, but it was a cut out by the defender, and it's out for a corner. Norville Williams with the corner, and ball collects it. And Bailey from the edge of the area finds a route through the cluster of defenders and puts it low into the corner of the goal. That is 4-0 to the good for Farnborough. It is a good day at the office. All right. Well, I wouldn't have said that Bailey was a goal-scoring threat for us, but I'm happy that he has managed to contribute with a goal. So that's another corner for us going on. Right. Right, so Pendlebury is not really having the best of games. So let's bring on Aaron Cool for Pendlebury. And Mac Riley hasn't managed to get on the score sheet. He's having a fine game. Nothing wrong with it. But let's bring on Harvey Bradbury and give him a shot at trying to get a goal, as we seem to be having a bit of a goal glut game at the moment. Just the 2 substitutions for the moment. Let's bring them on and see what they can do. Yeah, so it's looking positive, looking pretty positive so far. The little tinkering that I've done, there wasn't really any major changes that I did, but yeah, Bailey is on a 7.5 for his new deep line playmaker role. That could be a winning role and position for him. So fingers crossed he keeps on performing in that role. Oh, and we're going to go down here. We're going to go one down. Felix Heller for Kingstonian. That was, our defence were all over the place. They really didn't have a clue what was going on. They were just having a bit of a mothers meeting in the middle of the box there. Blocked out by Roberts initially, but he was stranded after that goal. The ball was basically in the back of the net before he even got back to his feet. But he kind of did all that he could do in the moment. 89 minutes. Got might as well bring on someone else. Let's bring on Meki for Davis. He is having a good game, but we do have some tired legs out there. Just another quick shout of encouragement, though it probably won't do anything. We do have 5 minutes of extra time to play out. We're on the attack again with Saeed down the left. Can he find a cross or someone in the box? He cuts it back to Norville Williams and Cool. Back to Williams, Saeed on the edge of the box. Can they find someone? It's Meki with the headed goal on the far post, and he squeezes it in between the goalie and the post. That is 5-1 to Farnborough today. And yeah, we've shown that yeah, we definitely gained a bit of a cutting edge in our attack and our creativity, I feel. Yeah, I'm happy with the changes I made. They seem to be working. Might be a bit different for playing some of the top boys in our own league, but we will find out. I mean, that's what we have our other formations for games that are going to be a bit harder to have possession, or you know, we're just going to get dominated. Yeah, so this won't be the every game tactic, that's for sure. All right, nice work, lads. Well done. And yeah, we are through to the next round of the FA Cup. Right, so I will play our next game against Slough off camera, and I will see you on the other side. We've actually got another FA Cup game squeezed in between Slough and Welling, so I guess it will be a FA Cup double header. I was wanting to show the Welling game for a bit of a top of the table clash, but we are through to the next round, and that is what we're going to be playing. So I'll see you in the third qualifying round of the FA Cup. And just before I skip ahead to, so we received 3,370 for our win in that round. So if we can be successful in our next round, I imagine it'll probably be closer to the 5,000 mark, maybe a little bit over. But that sort of money is only going to be good for our bank balance, and that's what we need. And we need to keep as close to the black as we can, which is going to be, it's all going to be cup money. Okay, so that's good. We need a win in the next round. Really, I mean, to keep the board happy, we need to be getting to the actual first round of the FA Cup proper. So that will be our goal, and I think that'll be reasonable money for us if we can get that far. So I'll see you for the third round game. All right, guys, so I'm just coming in with another little snippet for you. We have had takeover rumours circulating. This is just another one saying that there's still rumours going on. We already had it before, but it's the rumours are just for a local entrepreneur, so I'm not really too fussed by that. It won't make any difference. I can't imagine there being any kind of cash injection or anything like that. So even if it happens, I don't think there'd be one iota of difference. But just to let you know that there is rumours for a potential takeover. So we'll see if that goes anywhere, but it probably won't. That's right. We're at match day for our next FA Cup game, and just a bit of a recap of what's been going on. I started a coaching course, so that is great. Me and a few of the other coaches as well, actually. So myself and let's bring it up for you. We got James Gray as well, Alex Petheram and Chris Keir. We're all started courses, and I know that can potentially harm our quality of coaching for the players. So hopefully it don't backfire and it all goes to pot. Well, we'll see, I guess. So what happened in our league game between our last FA Cup game and now? Well, we won. So it was quite a convincing 4-1 victory against Slough. They were, I think they were about 21st at the time of the game. And we went 2-0 up within about 10 minutes, and then they got a goal back. So I was a little bit worried there, but then we took hold of the game, and then they ended up getting a player sent off as well. So it worked out all right. Some really nice goals in that as well. Some good team goals, and absolute blinder by Kasimu as well. So I might just show you that one. It weren't bad. They're all quite good goals, actually, if I'm honest. Farnborough inside, kind of getting in each other's space there. But beautiful, beautiful shot from the edge of the area by Kasimu. Yeah, that was a nice one to see. Right. So I will get the team sorted, and we will get into today's FA Cup third qualifying round. Right, quick rundown of the team for today's FA Cup game. Much of the same team from the previous round. I have swapped out one of our central defenders. I brought in Kanye Jobson for Sid Nelson. Sid Nelson's not really been doing anything wrong, but I just want to give Kanye a run in and see what he can do for us in that position. And also I've brought in Bradbury to try him out as a target forward. Kasimu had a banging game in the last league game against Slough, but I do want to keep giving different players a chance, and I don't want to just rely solely on the same players all the time, but I still wanted a real strong team. against Cheshunt here. I want to make it through to the next round and keep getting those paychecks for getting into the next round. So I will see you getting into the game. All right, so the team is all prepped, and let's go ahead and give them a pre-game pep talk, and we will get into the game, and we will carry on our performance from the last match and see how we do. Okay, let's get straight to the action. Okay. Right, got the ball at the back. Let's see if we can do anything with this. Williams hoofs a ball cross field down to Saeed on the left. Finds Banbury, but he cannot do anything with his shot. We collect possession up again at the back. Bailey has possession, driving forwards. Knocks it back to Williams. Out to Mason. He tries a dink ball over the top, but he can only find Penbury on the clearance, and that was a good try by the header there, just a little bit wide of the post there. Defending a free kick here, and this is not going to be good, and we have conceded one within about 10 minutes. Still steals a goal. That is not what we wanted. All right. And try fire the team up. We need an instant response with that. Maybe bringing in Bradbury wasn't the right thing to do for us. I might need to hold my hands up and take responsibility for that if we don't get the result here today. Okay, it's playing out from the back. Penbury back to ball. Out to Norville. Up to Pendlebury. Pendlebury drives foot down the left flank. Puts a cross in. You can find Davis on the back, and he hits the bar. They can only clear it as far as Norville Williams, and then Pendlebury gets a deflected shot in and off the post. Right, corner. Can we find Bradbury, the target man? We cannot. Poor corner. Pendlebury picks possession up though. This is not going the way I wanted it to go. We've only just getting the lion's share of the possession, so things aren't really going well. I might need to change things up a little bit. Right, Mason on the right, plays it back to Jobson, finds Bailey in the middle, passes up to Pendlebury. Pendlebury drives past the opposition player, he passes it out to Davis. Davis has a cross charge down. They're pinging about, trying to find some space. Saeed. Oh, through ball to Pendlebury. Pendlebury slides it past the keeper, and we bring it back 1-1. That was a nice patient build-up and move there. A nice little through ball, just splitting the defence to find Pendlebury. A well-timed run by him as well. There we go. Happy days, 1-1. Let's encourage the team. Let's see what we can do. We need to bring it back, take control of this game, and show them that they are up against a higher tier opposition here. Right, Norville with the corner. He can't find Bradbury either. But Pendlebury crosses it in, finds Davis, 2-1, and things are looking a bit better now. Hopefully we can take this game by the scruff of the neck and turn a close game into a dominant win. But lovely little half volley cross back over the face of the goal to find Davis there by Pendlebury. He's having a good game, Pendlebury, today. Okay, that's probably going to see us through to half time. And maybe Saeed isn't having the best game today. I think maybe we will try and swap him out. Right, let's give a little talk. Well, I don't want to praise them too much. It's not exactly going all our way. Yeah. I want to pump this and we can do better. Right, quick look at tactics here today. So Bradbury doesn't look like he's having a terrible game. But Saeed's not having a brilliant game. Morgan Williams is having a bit of a horrible game, to be fair. So maybe we will bring in Aaron Cole for Williams, and hopefully we can get a bit of a better combination in the middle of the park. Okay, Cheshire to kick off in the second half. And they start the half by just pinging it between themselves. Hopefully we can get possession back and try and get a 2-goal cushion. And we do get possession back. We find Pendlebury on the left flank. He passes it into Saeed. Saeed finds Norville Williams. Norville Williams with a cross to Davis, and it hits the bar again. We've hit the woodwork a few times in this game. Maybe our finishing just hasn't quite been on target today, but that is a fine finish by Saeed. He places the shot in across the keeper and finds the very far right hand corner of the goal there. That was a real nice. Didn't overdo it with the power, just placed his shot perfectly placed. Keeper had no chance. 3-1 to Farnborough. And don't want to speak too early, but hopefully that looks like we are going through to the next round of the FA Cup, and that'll be a nice another paycheck for us to even out our bank balance. And that is a beautiful cross into Saeed. Again, Saeed with a header on the far post, and he keeps on finding himself in the right position. That has all come from a throw-in on the right hand side. Throw-in to Davis. Davis with a cross. Saeed with a header between the near post and the keeper. Keeper should have been doing better there, but that is 4-1 to the good now. We have taken hold of this game. Right, we've got possession again on the attack. Bradbury dispossessed, but we managed to collect possession again. We got it on the left hand side with Saeed. Saeed can drive forwards, and he finds Norville Williams and plays it back to Bailey, and he finds Davis, and Davis from close range. How did he miss that? He just drags his shot wide. All he basically had to do was bounce it into the net, but he couldn't even do that. But that is another goal. 5-1 to Farnborough from a free kick. Let's have a look at that again. That was quite nice. We hit the bar again. Comes off the keeper, and Norville Williams was there to head in from close range. So that is good. Let's get another couple of subs going as well. Right, so we will bring in Mac Riley for Bradbury and see whether he can add to the attack. We're going to switch him over to Poacher. And then have we got any tired legs out there? Sam Bailey. He's having a good game. He is doing well in that position that I found for him. Deep line playmaker. It's probably not his most natural position, but he's doing what he needs to do in that position, and it does seem to be working. But I'm going to bring him out. I'm going to bring him out, and I'm going to give Alfie Cutbush a run here and see what he can do for us in that position. All right, Penbury snuffs out an attack there for Chess Hunt, and we've got possession at the back. Jobson finds Pendlebury. Just keep possession at the moment and build up our play. Find Saeed down the right hand side. He plays it to no one. That was pretty poor play. But we regain possession in the middle of the park. Mason drives forwards, finds Davis. Davis centres it to Bradbury. Bailey to Pendlebury, and that is 6-1. We are running away with this tie, and that is the result. Absolutely dead and buried. There's no chance for a revival from Chess Hunt here. 6-1. The only question is now, how much can we get before the game is over? How much more embarrassing can it get for Chess Hunt? I mean, they are only in the league below us. Levels wise, they shouldn't be too far off our level. Confirm that. But it is another good tie for us. We've got a reasonable attendance today for the FA Cup game as well. 1,259. that is not bad. Our attendances for our home games in league, I've already seen them going up a little bit as well. They started around the 500, 600 mark. And our last game against Slough was 800 something, I think. Right, we've only about 5 minutes to go. It is still 6-1, so it hasn't got any more embarrassing for Cheshunt, thankfully for them. But we are defending right now. They are pushed forwards. Can they get a consolation goal at the end of the game? But no, they can't. Said attacking down the left flank. He's run out of steam. He almost came to a complete stop there. He has had another storming game though. And obviously he has just all the energy has been sapped out of his legs. I think both teams are tired now. They're just kind of pinging the ball round. Not really controlling possession at the moment. But we're on the attack again. Pendlebury with the hat-trick. Is that for Pendlebury today? That was a beautiful goal. Long-range shot. That might have only been 2 for him today. 7 goals. I'm struggling to keep count of who's got what. But at this late stage in the game, what a beautiful strike. In off the underneath of the crossbar. And keeper had no chance. That is 7-1. That is really good. Really taking charge of this game. Bit of a shaky start. But yeah, what a performance. Just if you got paid per goal in the FA Cup. That would be nice, wouldn't it? And that is full time today. 7-1 winners. Couldn't be happier. And hopefully the players will be coming out of that game feeling really confident. Yeah, really happy with the team today. Really great performance. Let's just continue through and see what we got for that game. So we received 5,620 for that game. Bank balance is at 18,000 in the red. So that's, you know, it's still not brilliant. But this is the sort of thing that's going to keep us around, you know, not disappearing too far into the red. Having a bad financial season, even if we manage to go up, if we ruined ourselves financially, that's not going to do ourselves any good. So yeah, really happy with another paycheck, and hopefully we can continue at least for another couple of rounds and to see how much we can benefit from that financially. But that is where we're up to today. Let's have a look at the schedule. So we've obviously got the FA Cup 4th qualifying round coming up in a couple of games. And we've got... so yeah, I think we'll skip through to that game. And then, depending on the result there, we'll either watch us play Maidstone or depending if we go through and how quickly the next game is, we might have another FA Cup double header. But that is us for today. As usual, if you like today's content, leave us a like, and if you've got anything to comment, put it down in the comments, and please subscribe. I really appreciate you subscribing. It will help me continue grow the channel. And yeah, as for now, I hope you have a brilliant rest of your day, and I will see you again in the next one. See ya.